If you truly want to know what will be the situation of your finances, what is affecting your earnings, what is the situation of your savings, how you will do financially in your life, then this is the video surely for you.
Please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my latest video has come. And to learn more and to find a video relevant to you, please do check out my videos list.
Hello, namaskar and adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel, Astrosurance. We sometimes think that we really know where our money is coming from, where our earnings are coming from, where our savings will be and how they will be. However, many times we are looking at the wrong places. We are looking at the wrong aspects. We are looking at the wrong attributes of a horoscope. And we assume that the 10th house is where we get our earning from. The 10th house is surely the house where we are looking at for a work, for a career, for where our karma will be, what kind of work output we'll get, what kind of designation we'll get, what will be our relationship with our bosses, what kind of growth we can expect in our work, what will be the different aspects of our job, of our career, of our business. However, that is not the main house of earnings. The main house of earnings can be seen from 2 or 3 different attributes in a horoscope, and the one most important one is the second house, because the second house is the house of earning. The second house is the house of your livelihood. The second house is also the house of your savings. Now, sometimes we may see how the overall financial situation is through the 4th house, because the 4th house is the house of assets. However, those are also coming only from the savings that you make, and then from the savings you're buying the assets, isn't it? So more than the 4th house or the 10th house or the 11th house of where your wishes and desires are coming fulfilled, which can also be of earning a lot of money, the second house will predominantly, as well as its situation, will tell you whether you're going to make money, how much money you're going to make, whether you're going to be lucky in making money, and how you are going to treat the money. So let's dive in and see, apart from the second house, what are the other different attributes which will be affecting your earnings, whether you're slated to really make good money or not, and whether you will do well in your life or not. However, it's important that we also look into our individual horoscopes, which may always not capture the attributes that we are discussing, for a more detailed analysis of your earning situation about your own kundali. So let's dive in and see how and where we will make a money from. Now, firstly, the second house is the main house of earnings and savings, as we have said. So source of money or income is seen from the second house, and the planets in the second house. And how you treat your money, what your attributes in your money, attributes in your life will be, are seen both from the sign in the second house as well as the influencing factors in the second house. Whether the money will be gained legally, illegally, morally, immorally, and will there be struggles, will also be seen from the second house lord's dignity and its placement. If placed in exaltation, then it will obviously give you better results than otherwise. If placed in an inimical sign, then there is always the fear that you will be losing money to others or not having enough of it, or even you'll be fighting for it, sometimes even with your near and dear ones. So let's get into some depth about your second house, your earning situation, your financial situation, and your savings situation. So firstly, good aspects on the second house will bring prosperity, such as if Jupiter's 5th aspect comes from the 10th house, then from your income, you will also be increasing your savings. Your livelihood will also be greater, will also be good, especially because Jupiter is the Karak of the second house. So women who have Jupiter in the 10th house, and if the husband is a professional advisor, a consultant or guide, you will see that there will be an increase in your earnings or savings. Men who have Jupiter in the 10th house, which is aspecting the second house, because Jupiter is the Karaka of the second house, will find that such men will have mentors who are very wise and will help the person take better care of their earnings and their investments as well. Now, benefits in the second house, especially such as Moon or Jupiter or Venus, will bring luck as well as prosperity to you. Moon in the second house will give you excellent results. One reason is also because Moon in the second house is from a Kalpurush Kundi exalted, because the second house carries the attributes of Taurus. So Moon in the second house can be an excellent situation for your earning, and especially earning it with a lot of creativity and imagination. So if you have Moon placed in the second house or even aspecting the second house, then try and use your imagination, try and use your creativity to be able to increase your earning. Use more imaginative attributes in your work, in your business. Try and do something new, try and do something breakthrough, try and do something innovative, which will bring you more money. If Venus is in the second house, it will help you bring more money with sophistication or demeanor. It will help you get good money or good earning through good relationship with others, and also of an aura of a person who is a quality person, a person who will not cheat you and not put you down. Especially benefits in good signs, friendly signs can be a very good uh, thing for your earnings, for your finances, for even your savings, especially if they are in the own signs or in exaltation or in friendly signs. Benefits in unfriendly signs can also bring you luck, but here the struggle will be more. On the other hand, if malefics get into the second house, for example, then here there will be struggle to earn money, to keep money, to save money. Now, malefics in friendly signs will help you make money surely, but and make good money, but with struggles and ups and downs. But malefics in unfriendly signs, unfriendly to them, or in debilitation, surely the struggle will be big. And sometimes here what happens, some people with this placement may enjoy a good quality of life, a decent quality of life, or the basic comforts of life, but huge money usually it evades them, eludes them also. The other thing is that Jupiter is placed in the second house. For example, Jupiter expands the house attributes wherever it is placed, and here it is the Karaka. So Jupiter, what it does is, in the second house it expands your earnings, but its fifth aspect is on the sixth sign, the sixth house. So here it protects you from enemies, from other situations as well. And from the second house, it is also aspecting the eighth house. So it also keeps untoward incidents, sudden events which will put you down, also at bay. And from the second house, it also aspects your 10th house, the ninth aspect of gain. So it also increases the attributes of earning through your work, through your career. Also, it helps you make wiser decisions. Jupiter in the second house can also make you a person who earns through your expertise. Expertise connected to competence or even education. So people who are very highly qualified or highly competent or having expertise in their work can also earn good money if Jupiter is placed in the second house or even aspect the second house, for example. Now, if Rahu or Ketu go into the second house or establish a relationship with the second house, Rahu in the second house makes you sometimes more hungry or more greedy to earn more money, to have good financial situation. Generally, rather than use the word greedy, I will say it makes you more concerned about your financial situation. You want to do well, you want to have money in the bank, because that gives you more sense of security. Ketu on the other hand, in the second house, Ketu makes you a little oblivious of money. You don't care about money, where your money is going, whether you have enough for a rainy day or not. For example, I have Ketu in the second house, and I don't care so much about money. I have lost money to very near ones and very close relatives also. I've got some plots of land which I bought like 12-13 years back. I haven't even once gone and checked. I get newsletters from the real estate company from whom I bought. So they keep sending me newsletters, come and check your plot, we are doing handover, we are doing this activity and that activity, we are doing measurement, we are laying out roads, we are putting this, light connection and water connection, all that. Or there is an architect who will build a house for you there. I have not even once gone there. In fact, I am living in another city from where I bought, and I'm not even once. It's just 20 minutes drive from the airport. I land at the airport. I can just take a short detour and go and see. But I haven't done that in about 15 years. So this is the state of how I look at money. So, anyways, so if Ketu is going into your second house, you will have this demeanor of not caring so much about money. All your money, because second house is the house of dependence. All your money goes on your family, goes in your extended family, goes on your dependents. There's hardly left for you. However, what Ketu does in the second house is it takes care of you in some way. So there is never a dearth of money. Whenever you need money, money comes. So if somebody asks you, if there is going to be an emergency in weeks time, 10 days, 15 days, a month's time, and you don't have money, when the situation comes, the money comes to you. I remember about almost 24, 25 years back, a friend of mine came to me and he said he had a very, very serious emergency in his family and he needed money, he needed funds. So he said, I need so much money, astronomical sum. I didn't have that kind of money. So whatever cash I had, most of it I gave it to him. I gave him my bike keys, my motorcycle keys, and I gave him my car keys and said, you take this, you do whatever you want with this. So anyways, that friend's emergency situation got solved. However, this is how people with Ketu in the second house, will be. But the other thing that happens with Ketu in the second house is out of nowhere, money which you have forgotten, you have lent, that money suddenly comes to you. There is somebody who consulted with me many, many times over years, and the person would keep giving me money sometimes, and sometimes, and they would say, I'm keeping track. And then I lost contact, and for many, many years I lost contact. I forgot about that money. Just a few days back, the person comes and says, I owe you so much more money. So I said, where did this money come from? They said, no, I kept track. You had taken only so much money for your consultation. You're not taking money for so many more. And I've calculated, and the money comes to a big amount. So, whatever you give me. My relationship with you is not transactional. Anyways. So Ketu in the second house can be not a bad thing. Rahu in the second house can make you earn more money, but there you have to be careful because it may mislead you in how you look at money, who you're lending money, and that kind of thing can come in. Then the sign in the second house is very, very important. If it's an Aries sign, then obviously you are aggressive about money, you are assertive about money, you want to save money for a rainy day. Mars attributes come in. If it is the Taurus sign, obviously you're looking at money from a materialistic perspective also. You like a good life, you want to save money. So yeah, it's a more balanced way of looking at money, where you're saving some money, but you're also spending enough on yourself. If it's Gemini sign, then obviously you are sometimes dual-minded. You will take less risks, you will spread your risk in investing money in different ways, and yet you will doubt whether I did the right thing, whether my money is safe, and also that's happened. With Cancer sign here, your way of looking at money is most of your money goes on spending for your loved ones. And usually you will find that Cancer people generally, where emotions are involved, they will not think about money. But where emotions get very highly activated, then the first thing they'll tell you is, you took my money and all. It's not that they want money, but emotionally they are trying to tell you, because they feel that I'm not money minded, the other person is. So they're trying to remind the other person, I gave you so much, I did so much for you, look what you did for me. So they use money to remind the other person, assuming the other person worries about money or thinks about money, to tell them that, see, for you money is important, I did so much for you money wise. Why don't you look at my relationship with me in a different light? Go and make money as the most important. And if it's Leo sign, then obviously the person will take more responsibility for their money and so on. If it's Scorpio sign, for example, then your money will go through at least one transformation before you learn and you are able to take better care of it. On the other hand, if there are two signs which occupy your second house, for example, if it's Scorpio sign which occupies the first half of your second house, with the first half being the last 15 degrees of Scorpio, and the second half of the second house being the first 15 degrees of the Sagittarius sign. So 15 degrees of Scorpio overlap the second house and 15 degrees of Sagittarius. Then here what happens is the person will have to go through at least one transformation or change in his life and then will be wise enough with the Sagittarius energies to take educated decisions to then take care of their money. And here the person will become wiser after going through the change or after taking a changed perspective, a transformative perspective about the money. So the signs are overlapping. You should also look into what are the two signs which are getting involved. Say if it's the Cancer sign and the Leo sign which are overlapping, then here the person will be not very responsible about his money, but for his loved ones, wanting to save for his loved ones, wanting to keep money for his or her loved one, and that is the attribute. However, planets in the second house, be careful, look at it from a Bhav Chalit perspective. You may assume your planets are in one house, but the results of the other house may also come in. Some planets from a Bhav Chalit will be on the cusp of the maybe second house and the first house, or the second house and the third house. Then you need to also look at it. Now, any doshas which are getting connected in any manner with the second house will create obviously more struggles. Raja Yogas will obviously give you better results. Then the nakshatra energy. So now, how will you look at the specific nakshatra which is more responsible for your second house? Look at the degree of your ascendant. If the degree of your ascendant, say, is at Pisces, 5 degrees of Pisces, then 5 degrees of the second house will be Aries sign. So 5th degree of Aries will be the center point of your second house. Now, what is the 5th degree of Aries, which is the nakshatra which coincides with the 5th degree? The nakshatra which coincides with the 5th degree of the Aries sign is the Ashwini nakshatra ruled by Ketu. So then Ketu's placement, where it is also plays a part. So the second lord's placement, where is the second lord, will also play a part. The nakshatra lord of the specific degree will also play a part. Planets placed in the second house will also play their own part, and the aspects on the second house will play a part. Now the Dasha and Antardasha to a large extent will decide whether you're making more money in the period or not. If the Dasha of the second house is on, then you will find that the money becomes a center point, either for good or for bad. Either you're struggling for money, or there is dearth of money, or you're making good money. So money becomes an issue many times, where many things get related to it. So if you're getting married, if you're making a lot of money, get good relations. If you're not making a lot of money, you make not so good relations. I know many people where the best of people, they loved and cared for the other person fully. The other person will also acknowledge, yes, this person really cares for me, maybe loves me and takes care of me also. But however, that person doesn't have the stature, doesn't have the money, doesn't have the youth or the good looks that the person was looking for. So they turn the person down. So this also happens where if you are getting into a Dasha Antardasha placement, where your second house or planets aspecting the second house get involved. If there are more planets in the 8th house, all of them are aspecting the second house. So every now and then there will be some transformation in the earnings, ups and downs, upheaval, sudden money comes in, you will be gifted money, money will come out of nowhere. So they will be those attributes as well. The enemy of your finances is seen from the 7th house situation. If Mars is placed there and aspect the second house, there will be struggles with spouse about finances, about your financial situation, whether you will be making money, how you or spouse is spending money, or how you're earning money, where you should be earning money, where you will be investing your money, what assets you will buy, and all of that is seen. That's why one of the reasons why you are seen as Maleic is also the placement of Mars in the 7th house, because from the 7th house, Mars is aspecting your second house of income, savings, dependence also. That's why Mars in the 7th house is a very, very strong Maleic position, a very aggression oriented situation in the house. Special aspects on the second house will bring in their own attributes. For example, if the 7th lord is Saturn and plays in your 12th house, aspects your second house with the 3rd aspect. So you have the 7th lord, which is the inimical sign to the second house because it is the 6th house, And that Lord is placed in the 12th house of waste and expenses, Saturn, and but is aspecting the second house of income, with the third house aspect of effort. So here the person will put in a lot of effort to save money and to save expenses, because Saturn in the 12th house is more about a saving of expenses rather than making more money and trying to be more stable. So here the spouse will be a helpful factor rather than a negative factor. Spouse is also trying to help you to save more money and to earn more money, and also to tell you, no, no, we should not spend so much money, we should not overdo. But sometimes you may not like it, that why is my spouse always thinking of money, and there you will have fights. Whereas the spouse is thinking about helping the family save more money for a rainy day, but sometimes you may not agree how much of the control the spouse is trying to have. So these factors will come in, where the seventh lord is placed and whether they have special aspect. If it's Jupiter, seventh lord, and then it's placed in the 10th house aspect the second house, this is a fantastic placement, say for example for women, as we discussed earlier. However, if it is the 10th aspect of Saturn placed in the 5th house, then yeah, the investments will become a major concern from where you're making investment, and then the investments will take a lot of time to grow. The slow growth in lot of long-term savings, sudden gains will not come to. So you have to look into those aspects. So Mars is placed in the 11th house and then aspect the second house. Here the person's focus will be on the second house of earnings and will try to earn more money. However, there will also be a certain degree of zealousness and restlessness. You will not have the patience to earn more money. Sometimes if you're not making money from one area, then you easily give up and you try to earn somewhere else, especially if there is the malefic aspect of Mars. So friends, look at all these things and do look at where the money is coming from. And lastly, one more thing. If you're assuming that money will come because of how you're making intelligent decisions, where your house lords are placed and all that, and you can surely by doing extra make much more money than what is stated in your horoscope, then you're wrong. Amount of money that we make, plus or minus a few 10, 15, 20% here and there, you will make only that much money, however hard you try. If you're not supposed to make tons of money in this life, you will not make tons of money. If you're supposed to lose tons of money in this life, however hard you try, you will not be able to save too much money. So few percentages here and there will change your fate or your financial situation, but not by much. So don't take money and finances and savings too much to your head. What you will earn through your own efforts is the respect that you have, the character that you have, and how people look at you. What will be your legacy? What will be your relation? Whether your relation will be good or bad, all is up to you. The choices you make, how you lead your life, how you look at your spouse, how much flexibility you give, how you treat your spouse as an equal, as a friend. That will be how you are using your fate or your placements with your own effort to bring about a change. But how much money you make, how much money you lose, where you will get the money from, is not completely in your hands at all. However hard you try, only 5 to 10% you will be able to make a change there. So don't put in too much effort, worry too much about money and all. We have already earned a certain degree of quality of life which the Lord has already attributed for us. Some change here and there, it's okay. Live your life with more values, stronger legacy. Look at relations. Don't allow money to come in between you and your relations. Don't overthink about money and think everybody's chasing me or trying to take my money away from me. What will I do? Don't overthink about money. Think about love, relations. Think about what your legacy will be, and you'll find that the money will not evade you. At least the quality of life that the zodiac has promised to you will come to you. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me with the link below. Till some other time with some other video, this is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.